What up, everybody? It is Friday. It's Dr. Mark. It's a beautiful day here in Fargo-Moorhead. Wanted to chat a little bit today. So I saw this interesting article, and I didn't even finish reading the whole thing because I think I read maybe the first couple paragraphs, and it kind of got me thinking. So it was one of the developers of Facebook, and he was talking about their entire intention behind creating it and how to keep people constantly scrolling with their mouse and how to keep them engaged. Their entire goal is, how do we keep your focus and attention? And so with Facebook, there's constantly action. There's videos galore now. Even if you don't have friends that post videos, if you don't post videos, every ad, it seems like, has got videos, has got content, has got a lot of color, has got a lot of flash, has got a lot of pizzazz. And so it gets our attention. And then all of a sudden we're scrolling for 4 hours. And it's a growing concern even in our little kids. So when our kiddos are having a temper tantrum, or when we're out in public and we want them to behave, or when we want to reward them with something, we'll hand them the iPad, or we'll tell them that they can watch TV, or we'll tell them that if you knock it off, you can do this when we get home. And the problem with that is, so what it's doing, it's actually triggering your brain to let go of dopamine. And dopamine is a neurochemical created, well, it's actually from a couple different parts in your brain. But what it has to do is, what dopamine plays a big role in, is our sense of fulfillment, our sense of happiness. And so it plays a big role when it comes to instant gratification. The world of technology is all instant gratification. Everything is at our fingertips 100% of the time. And so when we are sticking our kids in front of the TV or giving them an iPad, they're constantly stimulated, right? They're getting lots of action, they're getting lots of movement, they're getting lots of color, they're getting lots of noise. They're getting all sorts of stimulation that's triggering the release of that dopamine. That dopamine makes them feel good. Well, if they're feeling good, then what's the problem with it? The thing is, our kids literally become addicted to that dopamine rush. It feels good to them to be constantly stimulating parts of their brain. So they become reliant on that to feel good. That's how they get their dopamine. What does that mean? Well, that means they don't care to make friends, because why would I need to make friends or have hard conversations or ask a girl out on a date when I can feel good if I watch some YouTube videos? Why do I need to work out when I don't need endorphins? I feel good after I watch an episode of Netflix. We lose not just social skills, but our ability to connect with other people, our desire to do things, our want to do more, to do everything. It hinges all on that dopamine. And so when we're getting it from an artificial place, we, how do I say this? Lose the desire to find it in places that are harder to get, right? Because those things we talked about, making friends and paying attention in school and eating right and having hobbies, that stuff requires attention. It requires constant tending to. And so when we get the instant gratification at our fingertips 100% of the time, we forget, we lose the ability to do that other stuff. All right. So am I saying that when you're in a pinch that it's a bad idea? No, I totally understand when things pop up. But what I am saying is that we are seeing a growing number of behavior concerns, of tummy issues, of social anxiety, of bedwetting, all tied with emotional health, okay? And so when you're giving your kid technology to soothe them, to pacify them, you are not just giving them a quick pastime. You're actually affecting the chemicals circulating through their body 24/7. And so look for healthier, and not just even healthier. We talk about sugar and about how there's actually chemical pathways in your brain that are triggered when you eat sugar that make you want to eat more sugar. And so sugar is just as addicting as alcohol or nicotine. Technology is that same thing. Technology triggers the chemical response in your body that makes it feel good. And so your body and your brain crave that. That's what it wants. Oh, if I want to feel good, this is what I do. Technology, sugar, alcohol, nicotine, cocaine. Am I saying that they are on the same playing field? No, but I'm saying what they do in the body is very similar. The effects can be just as detrimental. All right? So I want you to take a good look how much tube time your family takes. All right? Maybe you need to start playing more board games. Go for a bike ride. Buy some rollerblades. Do something. Something to get stimulation to your kiddos, to your little ones, so they can know that there are other ways that their body can feel good, that their brain can feel good, that they can feel good. Okay? So, I heard, this is very, I've said before, I'm not good about the weather. I don't know when it's happening, what's happening, but I heard that it's supposed to be 75. So it is the perfect opportunity, and I don't want to hear any excuses that it was crappy weather and so we couldn't do anything and so we stayed inside. And if you're going to do it, stay inside. There's plenty to do inside too. Like I said, board games, make forts, play with your dog, get down on the floor and play with your baby. There's tons you can do. All right, people, get busy.